won this one right here. Wake Forest going up against Duke. Wake Forest has quietly had a good year. Remember, they was picked to finish at the bottom of the ACC this year. What hurt them is just some of the ACC losses, right? If they could have got more wins, definitely would have helped them out. But they've had a great year. Obviously lost to NC State, Georgia Tech, and then Florida State was an ugly loss. But some really good wins, right? You beat Virginia. You didn't have your best passing effort in that one, only 64 passing yards, but somehow, some way you was able to figure out and come out with the win, right? So if you Wake Forest, you got the team to do it, right? Robbie Ashford's had an okay season, but he's made the plays. Damon Claiborne has been one of the better running backs in the ACC this year. So that's obviously going to be crucial. Transfer, let's see. Good. All right, here we go. All right. So, and then you know about Christopher Barnes. Christopher Barnes has been having a really good season as well, right? So, you got the pieces to make some noise, and if you Wake Forest, your defense has been playing pretty well, right? They've been in games, they've limited teams, so you have a pretty underrated defense that makes plays. Hard is your best pass rusher. Anderson's been making plays in the running game a lot, highly rated defensive back for you this year. You got the pieces if you Wake Forest in this game. But the difference is in your defense, you're going to be against an elite passer, right? And Darian Minson, formerly of Tulane, who's having a really good year in the ACC. Expect him to be back next year. He can make the plays down the field. You look at Cooper Bacard. They got tight ends everywhere. So this is a really good Duke football team. You know what I'm saying? Now, they've lost some games. They're 6-5, which ain't a great record. They should have beat UConn. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't an opponent they should have lost to. But if you are if you're Duke, you want to finish the season strong. You know you got a really good quarterback coming back now, surrounding him with the weapons moving forward. But the key in this game, Wake Forest, can you block the defensive front? Vincent Anthony Jr. is having a really good year, 6.5 sacks. They have a strong defensive front, a two-headed monster on the edges. Can you block that enough? Can you help open up gaps for Damon Claiborne to run through? It's going to be kind of crucial in this game when you break it all down, right? And then when you have to throw it, Asher's not the best thrower of the football. Can you block Anthony Jr. and not allow him to disrupt and affect the game? Those are going to be some massive questions in this one to kind of come out with. If you Wake Forest, you want to come out with a win. If you're Duke, you got to establish more of the running game more with Nate Shepard. True freshman running back, pretty good for you. If you can establish a little bit more of the run, it aids in the passing. It allows Darian Minson to hit big plays down the field to Bacard, big plays down the field to the tight end, right? And if you Duke, you want to play with a lead in this game. Because if you play with a lead, then your defense, they can pin their ears back and go get after Ashford, who's been more privy and prone to turnovers. So if you Duke, get out to an early start. You know what I'm saying? Lean on the ground game with Shepard. Hit them big plays down the field with your obviously all your weapons. And then defensively, get after them with your your front four, excuse me, and be able to make plays. If you can do that, if you do, you should be able to come out on top. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's going to be a tough one, man. I think Wake Forest is better than people give them credit for. So I'm going with the Demon Deacons. I got the Deacs beating Duke. I'm going to go a lower scoring game. I'm going to go 2014. I think it'll be a lower scoring defensive battle, but Wake